welcome to the Rural Roots Canada podcast. Tim Perrin, Craig Lester. It's a snowy day. It's a snowy start here in Calgary, and as we record this, of course, and we can't escape it. We thought we could. We had a very mild January, Craig, and into even some of February. And it's Alberta in winter, so you're going to get these blasts of snow, and certainly we can't hide from it. We can't run from it as much as we'd love to. But you're actually out at the Ag Expo in Lethbridge, so we're kind of separated by distance here, but certainly not by the weather, Craig.
Well, we haven't seen any snow here yet. I just was looking out in the parking lot, and there's no snow here yet. So
it's coming.
After a very nice day yesterday.
From it.
And as they say in Alberta, sort of thing, we don't like the weather wait 5 minutes. And it's true again, like, honestly, it's supposed to be sunny and warm on Sunday. So here we go again.
David gave us the heads up on all of this. Of course, David Spence, our RRC meteorologist. And obviously, you can always check out his forecasts and his weather updates. Just posted one very recently for this week, ruralrootscanada.com for that. I mean, the snow sucks. I'm not a big fan of snow, but it's always good for our farmers. And as we head into growing season, we've had some drought. We know it could be another one of those seasons where we're looking at some drought weather. So any bit of snow is certainly helpful, I would think.
Absolutely. You were mentioning that I'm at Ag Expo. Yes, it's another great event down here. This is day 3 of the show, and it's the final day. So the event, once again, being held at the beautiful Lethbridge Agri-Food Hub and Trade Center here in Lethbridge. And Ag Expo is obviously, as always, accompanied by the North American Seed Fair. This is the 129th edition of the Seed Fair, making it one of the oldest events in North America in terms of seed fairs, which is just awesome to have that here in Alberta. And, you know, the attendance has been really awesome. Like, again, I've been able to see a lot of people right from go attend the event. So the second they open the doors on Wednesday morning, we saw a flood of people flood through all the different booths and equipment and events that were going on, presentations. So it's been a great show so far. So there's a lot of equipment here from a number of different places around the world, stretching from across Canada, the United States, Australia, Europe, and beyond. I think there's about 310 exhibitors here, and Paul Kingsmith, who is with Excite Lethbridge, who hosts this event, can talk a little bit more about that.
What we hear from people who have attended Ag Expo in recent years is that we've really shifted the focus from something that was a bit more of a community fair to a place where people really get business done. It is a business-to-business show where people can come and shop different suppliers and different businesses to find exactly what they need for their operation. They're also introduced to all kinds of new equipment. We have equipment that is making its debut in North America at this show. People that are bringing in equipment from across Europe, as far away from Australia. We have equipment from the United States, from 6 different states, 6 different provinces are represented. So what we are hearing from people that attend is that it is a chance that they can go one place, find out what's new and what's happening, while also shopping around and being able to find what works best for their operations. So really catering to that business audience and the business of agriculture.
And that's Paul Kingsmith with Excite Lethbridge.
It's such a big event. And like you said, just even like all the equipment that's out there, and that stretches from Canada, the United States, and Europe and Australia, and how many people come to Canada and come to Lethbridge for this event. Kudos to the crew that puts all that together.
Yeah, I mean, if you check out the seed fair wall when you first come in, there's a big wall that has all this different seed, and they've awarded prizes, and almost from the start, and it's just awesome to see in regards to agriculture being celebrated in such a very open and way, sort of thing, that really the hard work that farmers put into growing seed. The Ag Expo portion of it, I think you go to all these shows, and one thing you always remember is the food and the time that you spend with people you've come down to the show with, or as we always say, sort of thing, when you walk across from one end to the other, you usually stop for no less than 4 or 5 conversations with people, right? Oh, you run into this person. You come to the show to meet people. Honestly, I probably have had at least 9 or 10 conversations with people who I ran into and know from the agriculture industry just the past couple of days, and that might be on the conservative side. So it's just
I love
been a
that.
great show.
I love that. Like, that's one thing I've learned since, getting my feet wet in ag is just everyone loves to chat. And everyone's got a story to tell, and I love that because I'm a talker naturally as well. I mean, look, we're talking on our podcast, and just those conversations that just sort of naturally happen on the trade floor shows. And it's not just at Ag Expo. I've seen it at other events that we've been at, Craig, and just those conversations that happen and those wonderful stories that everyone's got to tell. And we love telling the stories of Rural Birds Canada. That's what we do and do best, I think. So certainly we're always open to conversations and love having those conversations with our farmers and ranchers and ag experts from across the country and around the world too.
Absolutely. And past attendance has been around 7,000 for the event. And I have a feeling that they probably top that this year just based on the numbers of people. Now, obviously, that's anecdotal. Who knows if that's actually correct sort of thing. But there's been a very strong turnout in regards to that. I know I was talking to organizers, and they were very impressed with the number of people that have been out for the event this year.
One thing about all of these expos and these conferences, Craig, is there's always, at least in my opinion, and you can tell me otherwise, but I don't think you're going to disagree with me on this. There's that sense of community in everything that happens in the ag world. For me, I always feel there's this profound sense of community and how important that is for everyone in our rural communities across the country. And something that's taking place again this year is the BASF Growing Home Initiative, which is really all about celebrating the local communities, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I mean, you and I were both out in Hazard last year for the Growing Home when they were awarded a check for their arena, and just a sense of community. I mean, we were invited to stick around for the ball game and to have lunch with them and afterwards sort of thing. But, it was such an inclusive event, and to be able to see the Growing Home program rewarding this arena, and that these kind of infrastructure and facilities are kind of the backbone of these communities. They're largely volunteer run, and to see a program that supports them and to make sure that they continue on and have longevity, it is so great to see. And so obviously BASF, this is the 4th year that they're doing it, and they reward this year they're giving out about $160,000. And that includes to communities in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario. Nominations are open right now, and then there will be an ability at the end of March, I believe, is that correct, to for people across Canada to actually vote on who they like the best in regards to that. And there's usually 3 different prizes for each province, so I'm really excited to see the different nominations when they come up for voting here very shortly. So we had a chance to talk to Andrea McConnell. She is the Customer Solutions Manager at BASF Agriculture Solutions Canada, and says what it means to them to be able to give back to these communities.
Well, I think it's really the meaningfulness of these organizations that we are able to contribute to via this initiative. So it's really a diverse list of organizations that are nominated every year. It's everything from community clubs that often are supporting things like hockey and curling rinks and community halls, to daycares, to a couple of years ago in Ontario. It was actually quite a unique story of a respite cabin for farmers and first responders affected by mental health or trauma.
So that was Andrea McConnell from BASF Agriculture Solutions Canada talking about what the program means and the ability to be able to give back to these communities.
It's such a great initiative. The program started a few years ago, and since then, BASF has given out $335,000 to 19 organizations across the 4 provinces. As you mentioned, Hussar Agricultural Society in Alberta was the winner last year in Alberta, and we were there for that. They used the money for some arena upgrades, and it was such a great visit in that community. We love going to those rural communities in Alberta and across the country, so certainly it was a great initiative and great for the community there in Hussar to get that money. This year, they're looking at 12 organizations who will share the prize fund across 3 levels. 4 first place winners will each receive $25,000. 4 second place winners will receive $10,000, and 4 third place winners will receive $5,000 each, with 1 winner per prize level in each province. If you want to learn more, if you want to read up a little more about the BASF Growing Home Initiative, you can go visit our website, ruralrootscanada.com. Olivia Taylor, our reporter at large, she did a great job on getting that information. So take a look at it again, ruralrootscanada.com, to learn more about the BASF Growing Home Initiative. Craig, let's wrap it up at this point. I know you've got a busy day ahead at the Ag Expo, and certainly with the weather, we're keeping an eye on that on our end. Certainly David Spence, always keeping an eye to the skies. And again, if you want to read up some more on David's forecasts and see what's happening in your communities throughout the prairies, ruralrootscanada.com for all that information. Craig, always a pleasure. Have fun at the Ag Expo again today.
Will do. Absolutely. We'll have some more great conversations with people in regards to all different things. So I think a reminder to everyone that the Blue Book is available for pre-order. Books will be going out about mid-March here, so you want to definitely get your Blue Book order, and you can find out more at albertabluebook.com.
And on that note, we will wrap up this Rural Roots Canada podcast. For Craig Lester, I'm Tim Parent. Thanks so much for joining us.